Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of music genres from around the world. Today, we're going to be moving on to a new genre, which is one of my favorites called musicals. Now, before we move on to musicals, we're going to recap a little bit about what we've talked about already. So, we've talked about pop music, and we've talked about rock and roll music. Now, if you think back on what pop music sounded like, think of some artists that sing or play pop music and how that sounds. Now think back to what rock and roll music sounds like, and think of some artists that play or sing rock and roll music. Now, musical genres are types, they're categories for us to put our music into. So they're little groups that we put our music styles into. And we're going to be talking about musicals today. Now, musical theater is a genre that involves singing, acting, and dancing. Sometimes these all happen at the same time. Sometimes musicals can be funny, and sometimes they can be serious. Well, basically, musicals tell a story through music and dance on a stage. Now, my question is, have you seen a musical? What musical was that? Now, musicals involve people memorizing words and singing songs to tell what is happening in a story. So if you think like when we memorize our music for our concerts, we are telling a story. When we are having some people speak the lines at the concerts, they're helping tell the story through words as well. Now, think of a musical. The people who are doing this have to have everything memorized. So their songs are memorized and their words, those lines that people speak, are completely memorized as well. Now, earlier I talked about how musicals are usually performed on stage. Now, Disney and Pixar's Coco has music that helps tell a story of the culture and beliefs of people, which is a lot like what a musical does. But Coco isn't performed on stage. So do you think it is a musical? Why? Now, here are some examples of some of my favorite musicals. I have to say, The Sound of Music has to be one of my favorites because it has such wonderful music in it, and there's a lot of dancing, and it just makes me feel happy when I watch it. The middle one is called Newsies, which is a modern musical. It was written not too long ago, and it has a lot of fun dancing and a lot of fun singing in it as well. Now, many of you have probably seen The Greatest Showman. That is considered a musical, even though it's a movie, just like Coco. So if you said Coco was a musical, you're correct. I would consider it as a musical because it has music that tells a story. So The Greatest Showman, even though it wasn't on a stage, it's still a musical. There are many different types of musicals, but that is considered a musical. And I really love The Greatest Showman because it has fun music and it has a lot of fun dancing and it has a really good story to it as well. So, I'd love to hear from you. What are your favorite musicals that you've seen before? There are many musicals out there. So, I'd love to hear what you have seen before and what you think of musicals. Have a wonderful day, everyone.